9 tips for getting through long road trips with babies and toddlers. Let's jump right into it with number 1, always get gas. Anytime you make a stop, whether it's a potty break or a lunch or dinner stop, if it's a sightseeing location, a hotel, anything, always, always, always get gas. The reason for this being, maybe you didn't get gas and then you're driving down the road a couple hours later, babies are all sleeping, they're all napping, and all of a sudden you need to get gas. Do not stop while your kid is sleeping. You need to always be ready to drive as far as possible when your children are sleeping. Number 2, potty breaks. This kind of goes with that one, but obviously anytime you make a potty break for one kid, everybody goes, including the parents. You want to make the most of your stops. 3rd, when you are making those stops, clean everything out. Clean out all the trash, reset the car, tidy up. And number 4 would be reset and rotate toys. If you brought activities for your kids, you want to keep rotating through them to keep this car ride as pleasant as long as possible. So those are your stops. Is going to be like rotating, cleaning, pottying, getting gas. And then we have restaurant stops. You can handle these different ways. So if you want to go to a sit-down, nicer restaurant, that's fine. But your kids have been trapped in the car sitting perfectly still in their car seats. If you're going to expect them to sit nicely at a table, I recommend one parent sits at the table, orders all the food. The other parent is outside walking around with the kids, stretching them out. If you can find a patch of grass, do so. Get them moving. I would also recommend going potty at the beginning and at the end of the meal. Again, try to make the most of your stop. Now, if I'm doing a long road trip with kids, I have learned it's better not to do a sit-down restaurant. I would instead try to find a park, if possible, a park that has a public restroom or an unlocked restroom that is available to use. And what I would do is say, stop at the park, as long as you know the weather's good, and I would stop with the kids by myself. My husband would then take the car, go get gas, and go pick up fast food. And we'll do a picnic-style meal. And we may even let them use terrible manners and, walk around the park with their french fries, stuff like that we typically would not do, just to let them stretch. And then another way that some people will handle this is instead of letting them eat at the park, they would actually get fast food and eat it in the car because, you have to be stuck in the car anyway. So we might as well make the most of that car time and distract them with the food and get the meal in while we're still making progress on the trip. That's just up to you on if you like your kids to eat in the car or not. Next tip would be if you are experiencing bad weather or weather that's not quite good enough for the park would be to find a fast food restaurant with an indoor playland and let your kids play as much as possible. Again, say you do a McDonald's with a playland. You could let them eat at the McDonald's or you could literally let them play, order the food, and then go eat it in the car while you're, again, making progress on your trip. Just a thought, up to you how you handle it. For stops in general, just a general tip or rule would be set a timer. Pay attention to what time you get there and then give yourself a limit. Say, okay, we're leaving at 1 or we're leaving at 2, whatever time that may be, or we're leaving in 30 minutes. Because it's really easy to let that time run long. You're so excited that your kids are getting to play and stretch, and they are not going to be in a rush to get back in that car on a long road trip. So you have to be disciplined and set a timer if you have a place that you need to be at a certain time and you have different parameters you're needing to hit. My 9th and final tip is to make them walk. If your toddlers are capable of walking when you're going into a restaurant, when you're going into a gas station, anywhere you're going, hold that little hand and make them walk. Make them stretch those legs as much as possible. Do not carry them. They've been cooped up in the car for who knows how long. Do not carry them. Challenge them, let's see how fast we can walk in here. Let's put on our big shoes and run, whatever it takes. But get them walking, get them moving, get them stretching. So those are just some practical and hopefully helpful tips for getting through a long car ride with babies or toddlers. Good luck to you. I hope it goes well. Like, subscribe, do all the things, and stay tuned for other videos that you may find helpful in the future. Thanks.